Hi, thanks for watching and welcome to another Hellfast Summer 2023 video. Right, okay guys, so this is day one of Hellfast. I've done the weigh-in. That video went out yesterday. I've been out on a bike ride this morning. There will be a video coming for that, probably next week, that one. We'll see, but I would imagine that'll be next week. And now, this video is all about the foods I'm going to be eating over the next 32 days. And this video will include day one's first meal of Hellfast. Right, so there is a list of foods that I will be making meals up out of pretty much over the next 32 days. There will be some things missing off here. I forgot to put cucumber on, which I have bought some today, so that'll definitely be getting used. And there'll be obviously some review items that I review over the next month, which are not going to be on here. And there'll probably be some other stuff that I've forgotten about. But basically, they are my go-to foods that I will be creating meals from. So I'll put that up on the screen so you can take a look at that. And basically, it's a list of the foods, the calories, the unit, so that'll be whether it's a teaspoon, a tablespoon, 100 grams, whatever. And so you've got your calories and your net carbs. So I've got to keep below 800 calories per day and below 20 net carbs per day. I might possibly, if I have 2-3 days where I've say only used 15 carbs, that means I'm in excess of 15. I might, as a treat somewhere along the line, allow myself say 30 carbs one day but we'll see. But in general, it's 800 calories a day, 20 net grams of carbs per day. So what we got on here? So we've got coconut oil, which organic coconut oil, use that a fair bit. Extra virgin olive oil, organic coconut aminos. Now, I've never used this before. I hadn't even heard of it until about a week ago, and I've bought 2 bottles of it. It's basically a replacement for soy sauce, a keto friendly, low carb. So I've bought 2 bottles of it, and tomorrow's meal will be, I will be using that in tomorrow's meal. So I will review the product in tomorrow's meal. I have no idea when that's going out, but that will be a product being reviewed. Then we've got butter, eggs, cheddar cheese, Greek yogurt, onion, garlic, spring onion, peppers, iceberg lettuce, bean sprouts, tomatoes. Tomatoes are, well, I wouldn't say they're a free food, but yeah, they're pretty good, tomatoes are. 2.6 grams of carbs in 100 grams. Red cabbage, white cabbage, sugar snap peas. Now, I did try and buy some of them today, and I couldn't, they didn't have any in Morrison's. And then you've got strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, which I'll be having in the Greek yogurt. So there'll be days where I just have a bowl of Greek yogurt with a few berries in, and that'll be it. And then we've got pecan nuts and walnuts, which I might, they're extremely high in calories. Sort of, well, because you'd never go up to 100 grams of them, your carbs have got to be low, because the most I could probably have of them is 20 grams. So I might just have the odd, I have got a pack of pecan nuts, so So I'll definitely probably have them along the way somewhere. And then we've got the corn steak strips, which I have reviewed, and they're all right. And they're low in calories, low in carbs, so I will be having them in my stir fries. And you know what, I might even chuck them on my old salad from time to time. Now I have listed corn sausages on here, but afterwards I've listed Bird's Eye Cumberland sausages, and their carb count is a lot lower than Quorn ones, because it's probably because they use different protein. Quorn has got their own. It's weird because the steak strips is 0.9 net carbs, and yet the corn sausages is 7.1. I'm going to have to check that. I'm not sure that's right. I need to check that. Bird's Eye Cumberland sausage is 3.9. So obviously I'm going to be trying to get my hands on Bird's Eye Cumberland sausages. Again, they'll be used to like throw into salads or even stir fries. I'd throw them in a stir fry if I get sick of steak strips. And then you got your corn fillets. Well, it's 0.7. So yeah, maybe that is right then. So I have no idea why corn sausages are so high. Whether that's the casing doing it of the sausage, I don't know. And then you got garlic powder, onion, ginger, onion salt, ginger powder, cayenne pepper, which I will definitely be using some of them just to flavour the stir fry, because I really ain't going to be able to use any sauces. I could possibly create some, but you know what? Salt and vinegar is a free. I can use as much salt and cider vinegar as I want. Apple cider vinegar, Himalayan salt, can use as much as I want, and quite frankly, for doing things like salads, I'll just put salt and vinegar on them. That'll do me, because that gives me more carbs and calories to use for actual foods on them. Because if I go put like a sauce on, that's just eating into that. So I've been to Morrison's today. I got a little bit of footage I took when I got back home, when I unpacked it. So I've bought some, what have I bought? Some Greek yogurt. I bought some peppers, iceberg lettuce, bean sprouts, tomatoes, red cabbage. I bought some frozen strawberries because one of the difficult parts about doing this is you really do need to go to the shop every day and buy what you want every day. And I don't really want to be doing that. So I try to buy, I normally just buy a week's worth of stuff. Well, I say that, since I've been doing reviews, I tend to go twice a week now. But always just done a week's shop. But really, doing this sort of thing, you need to sort of go every day, buy fresh stuff, what you want later that day, and eat it. But it's difficult. So I've bought frozen strawberries because that gives me an option, to like, I haven't got to worry about them going off, and I've got to use them strawberries up tonight, so I better have Greek yogurt again, sort of thing. There's no blueberries on there. I'd love to have put blueberries on there, but they're just too high in carbs, so that's why they're not on there. What else have I bought today? Can't remember. I think that's about it. So I've bought probably enough to see me through probably 3 or 4 days, I would have thought. But it's going to be a case that I am going to have to keep having the same meal. Which I don't mind that, because to be honest, when I do this, initially the food tastes good, but after a while you get so bored of it because there's no carbs in there. Like right now, my body don't realise I'm doing a hard fast yet, because I ain't had my meal of the day yet, and normally that meal of the day would be loaded with carbs, and I would be getting my carb hit. But when I have what I'm having, I don't know if I've said, I am having, what am I having? Let's do that first. I am having an omelette, and it is a cheese, onion and tomato omelette, and we'll come back to that. I'll put the stats up for that on the screen in a minute. So yeah, my body's expecting me to put a load of carbs in a little while with it over the next couple of hours. When I put that in, and it's got a total net carbs of 14.8 grams in, it ain't gonna be happy. I'm gonna start getting like, it's gonna be shouting at me to go buy some donuts and stuff on a load of donuts or something. Because I'm a carb addict. My body absolutely craves carbs, and it will be throughout the whole of the 32 days. On the last day, I will still be craving carbs like you won't believe. So yeah, it ain't really kicked in yet. Days 2 and 3 have got to be bad. Day 3 is always bad. But once you get past the 3rd day, it becomes a little bit easier then. Your body sort of accepts it's not getting carbs, but then it then tends to make me feel not hungry at all. And there are days when I have to make myself eat, because I just think, oh, I eat food and it's just not giving me any satisfaction. It's like empty food. Even like when I've done fasts on fruit, I just think, oh, why do I bother? Because my body wants carbs. It's not good. Anyway, right. So I am having a cheese, onion and tomato omelette. So I'll put this slide up on the screen so you can see it. So what we've got is going to consist of 4 large eggs, which has a total of 312 calories and 2.4 net carbs. It's going to have 90 grams of extra mature cheddar cheese, and that will have 354 calories with 2.1 grams of net carbs. Well, it depends on the onion, but that part will probably change. So if I get an onion out and it weighs 70 grams, then it'll be 70 grams and I'll recalculate it. But I've allowed for up to 100 grams of onion, which I probably wouldn't use that much, but I do love onion. I will be using onion an awful lot during this next 32 days. And it's super healthy for you. Onion is really healthy, especially the rawer the better. But yeah, onion's really healthy. Calories, 40 calories and net carbs of 7.7. So it'll be good to get that down from 100 actually, because that is high, 7.7. Then I'm probably going to have 100 grams of tomato, which is only 18 calories and 2.6. Is that right? Yeah, it is. 18 calories and 2.6 net grams. And then I will be using a little teaspoon of coconut oil to fry the onions, to give them a bit of a start, because I do like them cooked a little bit in a omelette. So I'll fry the onions off first in a little bit of coconut oil, and then I use a teaspoon, and that will be 41 calories with no carbs, and then a teaspoon of butter just to get the old omelette going as well, and that is 34 calories with no carbs, and that is a total of 799 calories and 14.8 net carbs, which is well within my daily allowance there on the carbs front, which is good. That's my meal today. I won't have anything else. I literally just have one meal a day, which I do try to do anyway, although I do have a sweet, like normally. I'll have a sweet, but it's normally 2-3 hours apart. But on these hard fasts, that's it. One meal a day, I eat once a day. That is it, nothing more. And drinks wise, I can have water, black coffee, black tea. That is it. I won't be drinking any other drink during the next 32 days. There's nothing in any of them, so I can drink as much of them as I want. And you need to be drinking a lot of water when you're doing this, because when your body start to dump the fat, burn up the fat. I mean, I'm no expert on this. I'm not, obviously, no medical expert, but I like to think like common sense wise. So it's literally everything we eat has got toxic rubbish in it. Literally everything we eat, we're breathing it in all the time. So when I not all of that what goes in comes out again. So I would think that a lot of toxic waste is stuffed in all the fat cells. So when the old body sort of store fat, a lot of toxic rubbish gets pushed in there as well. So when that toxic rubbish is getting burned up, that waste gets like dislodged, and it's got to go. It's got to go on. It's got to go on the chute out of the body. And one of the best ways of getting toxic rubbish out of your body is through your urine. So you need to be drinking as much as you can, and obviously sweating, especially this time of year. We're now starting to get some nice weather here in the UK. It's been lovely the last few days. It's getting hot, or what we call hot anyway. So we're going to be sweating a lot. So you need to be drinking loads, because the body is going to want to be pushing all this toxic waste out, and it will use water to get it out. So you need to be drinking, or I need to be drinking loads of water. Right guys, what do you think, boo boo? I think it's time to fire up the old oven and get some omelette in the pan. Bosh. Lovely old jubbly. Okay guys, here it is. Here is a 4 large egg, cheese, onion and tomato omelette. Now, there is a little bit of salt in there already, but I like a little bit of organic apple cider vinegar on there. And more salt. Lovely. So I used 4 eggs, 92 grams of onion, 90 grams of cheese, 66 grams of tomato, and a teaspoon of coconut oil and butter. And I will put the totals for them up on the screen so you can see the calorie totals and the carb totals. And this is my meal for today. I've not eaten, obviously, since last night when I wound into them old Belgian buns. And I won't be eating again till tomorrow night when I review the old aminos sauce, coconut oil or coconut aminos sauce. So yeah, right. So let's do that with it, I think. There we are. Right, let's try it. Now this will taste lovely today, but after you've eaten about five of these, you start getting sick of them. I love eggs. Nice. Right guys, there we are. That is the omelette for day's one meal. Like I say, I did the push bike ride out today. First blowout of the year. It was hard. Got some good footage though, although some of it I can't use because it was like doing my very first YouTube channel. It was all completely new to me with a camera on a bike. A lot of that footage I wouldn't be able to use. The sound was a disaster. So, but I can make a video out of it, and along the way there's a little bit of give a little bit more insight into my own personal life and delving into a little bit of history that affected the whole world. So yeah. Nice. I did test, I knew I wouldn't move yet. I tested my urine for ketones about an hour ago. There's still lots of sugar in my liver and that, so I don't think it'll move. I have done it before, but I can't remember how long it takes for it to move. I think it must take a good up to a week, I'd thought, especially how I've been hammering the carbs lately. So yeah, there we are. Right guys, I think we'll wrap this up. That's day one's meal. Tomorrow I'm going to do a stir fry with that coconut aminos sauce. See what that's all about. Not sure when that video will be going out, but yeah. And then later tonight, so busy today. When I've ate this, I've got to finish editing the weigh-in video because that's going out tomorrow. And I've still got a fair bit of work left to do on that. got to get this lot downloaded onto my laptop as well. And I've got to do a daily roundup, which ain't going to take long. I'm just keeping a log of this each day. Just the meal, cardio, drinks, but I don't really need to fill that in. Ketosis, and just generally how I feel. So I just do a little roundup at the end of each day, probably about 8-9 o'clock tonight, but I'll probably still be editing then. Oh, what is the time now? 6:36. It's been a long day because our head of security over there, DJ Bob, he's had me up since 4:30 this morning. He's looking at me like, where's the treats? They're both looking at me. They're just waiting for the treats. Right, I better give them one then. So yeah, long day, but we got through it. Get through the first couple of days, things start settling down a bit. I'll really get into this fast then, and see if I can create some really good content. Because at the end of it, I want to make a really good documentary. I'm gonna, when this is all done and dusted, I'm going to take maybe 3 months even. However long it takes, I'm going to get all bits and pieces out of all the videos, and I'm going to try and make a really good, like 1.5 hour long documentary about this journey this month. So yeah, really excited about doing that. I really do love making these videos. I can't tell you how much I enjoy doing it. So to do that is, wow, I just love it. I just really do love it. Right guys, there we go. That is another fast broken by day one's meal of Hellfast. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll join me and old Boo Boo and Bob again soon on another video. Take care guys. Right, Boomerang, where are you boy? He ain't far behind me, look. There he is. Right, come on. There's yours. Oh, Bob, head of security normally get his first. There you are, Bobbles. Good boy.